My boyfriend hates the thought of marrying me because my depression was yucky. So my boyfriend and I have been together for 5 years, and he is being weird about marriage. We've talked extensively about having children in the future, buying a house together, and have even discussed how we want to handle finances after getting married. I thought we were ready to move forward in our relationship, but he told me months ago that he will not propose until he had $10,000 saved. I didn't agree with that number, but he would not budge. The discussion about marriage came up a few weeks ago, and he caught me off guard. I showed him a video of someone talking about elopement because I know a big wedding would be overwhelming for him, and he lashed out. He told me that he would dread whatever we do to get married because he hates having attention on him. This honestly upset me a bit, but I tried to let it go and move on. I'm not someone that needs a huge wedding, but I've always looked forward to celebrating the love I have with someone, and it was a bummer to hear that he didn't feel the same way. I tried talking to him about it again, but he had genuine anger about the topic. I dug deeper and tried asking if he had talked to his therapist about why he was so upset about it, and it was revealed that he ghosted his therapist 6 months ago. Obviously, I wasn't particularly thrilled about this fact. He eventually opened up and said that he doesn't have an emotional attachment to getting married, and he's upset that it isn't exciting like most people tell him it should be. The number he gave me was just a goal because he doesn't have emotions telling him that it's time. I once again tried to let it go until he had a chance to talk to a therapist about it. His parents brought up us getting married this past weekend, and he told them that he wasn't looking forward to a wedding, and to try and make myself feel a bit better, I said something along the lines of, "At least you'll enjoy asking me," to which he replied, "That's not the word I would use." I genuinely don't know if I'm crazy for wanting to stay with him and work this out. He made an appointment with his therapist to talk about this, but he's saying that he doesn't feel ready and can't name a single reason as to why he isn't ready. He's had a ring given to him by his family for around 3 years now, but hasn't made much progress on a proposal plan from what he's told me. I'm not upset that he hasn't proposed yet, but I'm incredibly upset at his behavior towards marrying me. I've had to make sacrifices in this relationship, but I wasn't expecting to have to reduce my expectations to near zero regarding getting married. All I want is a chance to marry someone I love, wear a pretty dress, and have good photos that I can appreciate later down the line. It doesn't feel like I'm asking too much, but I've been wrong before. Update, 10 days later. Hey, I made a post about a week or so ago explaining that my boyfriend was suddenly acting really weird and angry about the idea of a wedding. It took a bit of time for him to think about it, but he sat me down the same night that I made the initial post and read me a letter he had been working on for about a week. He explained it was the second draft and not super polished, but when he started reading it, I felt the blood drain from my face. It was over 2,000 words about how I'm depressed, and here are all of the ways it affected him. He acknowledged it was the worst depressive episode he's ever seen me in, and instead of trying to get me help, he compared my negativity to his ex-girlfriend. He said so many hurtful things, and later admitted that he never considered how the letter would affect me. I asked for a copy of the letter to go over in my own time, and as I read it on my own, I realized that there was no saving the relationship. I will never stay with someone who would spend a significant amount of time writing something so hurtful and then saying it to my face. The idea of having children with someone who doesn't understand how damaging and hurtful their words are is a deal breaker. The crazy thing is, this man also has depression, and I've helped him through numerous depressive episodes without raising an eyebrow. I've been there when he couldn't get out of bed for days, I was there when he couldn't feed himself, and I supported him the best I could, and in return, I get a shitty-ass letter telling me how I'm not good enough because my depression makes him feel yucky. We've been living together for years and signed a year-long lease about 2 months ago. The only way to break said lease is to pay 50% of the remaining 10 months. I'm not rolling in money, so that's not an option. They also don't allow for lease takeovers, and subletting is only allowed with special permission, but they are taking their sweet time getting back to us. Our current plan is for him to move in with his parents and pay rent so that we don't have to be around each other constantly. It's not a messy breakup, but things are still raw, and it's hard not to slip back into the routine. It's hard going through a breakup when you still sleep right next to them every night. I deserve someone that wants to give me more than the bare minimum. I knew I deserved more, but I so desperately wanted this to be the man I spent my life with. I'm not okay yet, but I know this is the right direction.